pretty.
That's fucking adorable.
Pretty delightful.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, that's not gonna fucking end well.
Okay, so I think we're good. Let me
Oh no.
this shit up.
Yeah, and like I was
Oh, you dear sweet child.
well, no, and I don't like I don't. Let's just
Oh,
focus
you
on
poor
how.
thing. Oh
Let's
no, I
just
need to
focus
see
on
more
how
of this.
Fiara's wrong about this, and try not to paint this with too broad a brush.
You do know we're
But
streaming,
good lord.
by
Yeah.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, no, I decided.
No, good. Yeah, no, it's all live. Yeah.
Creepy.
We're going in hot.
Links have not popped in yet. So, just for anyone listening, some of the topics that we're going to probably talk about are going to include the video that the random brony, what's her name?
Fiara the Tank Fighter, or Fiora Tank Girl.
Fiera the Tank Fighter had a video that came out, had about 1,000 views, and they were saying how how did this go? Response to regs, and I hate using the strike system, which we won't start just yet. I'd like to give a shout out to Quill Stroke. I will definitely be including Quill in the stream later, but their mic quality is a little bad, so I'd like to not scare people off immediately. Please don't yell at me, Quill. Rags is currently
burning bridges here, Anthony.
Yes, indeed. No, I love you, Quill. You're a great person. Fantastic human being. Wonderful.
Let's get some audio classes under your.
Indeed.
Today's episode is brought to you by Skillshare. Do you want to learn how to do better audio? Yeah. We're not brought to you by Skillshare.
No, there's no official sponsorship for this shit right now. Jesus. Ah, crap. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the fucking stream. Let's see. See everybody seeing in. Yeah, no, Rags will be here at exactly 5:30. I don't know when Creepy gets here. He's very excited to brag about his new really girly Agretsugo tattoo.
Oh, good. Oh, yes. The tattoo collecting hipster himself.
Indeed. So yeah, we were just going to start it out early. We've got about 5:30. Tell you what, I have an idea. We could start like doing a reaction to this individual here. Response to Rags.
Since that video is no longer available on Fiara's channel, so we should get. It's not as if we can direct anyone there. So why don't we get everyone kind of up to speed?
If I play this off now, it'll play through here, but you guys won't be able to hear it. Is my thought here, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So tell you what, we can sync.
Wouldn't you be able to screen share on Discord as well, and we'd be able to hear it?
Oh, okay. No, all right, fine. Yeah, punk me out.
What up?
No, it's fine. Application. There we go. Boom. Is there anything that I'm forgetting here to not do for audio? All right. Let's see.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah, there it is.
Let's see if you let me know if you can hear it.
So,
did you hear it? No.
Not yet. I hate doing this.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Well, you know what? That's the good news that we're going to get all this garbage out of the way before
the full cast is here. Yes.
Hello, Steph.
The cast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we seem to be having some technical difficulties.
Indeed, technical difficulties are indeed had. Geez. So I guess I'll stop sharing this again. I actually went through this earlier with buttons. And we figured it out there. Here, don't leave the call. Stop sharing. Start.
You should definitely share your PMs with buttons on the screen. That's always fun.
You cunt. Anyways, so yeah, the sound seems to be clicked. I'll try it again. Bunk. There we go. I'll give it another whirl, boss.
Well, I'm seeing. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually hate doing this. With passion.
Nothing.
So.
No, everything's no audio, and everything seems to be set up.
You're using OBS, right?
Yeah. You can mute in the call and then listen to the stream. That could potentially work.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, yeah. So I'm about 9 seconds. The link's in the main call. So we'll just listen along and periodically speak in to include commentary over this video. Don't choose an app. Quill, do you know what you're doing? That's how you're going to talk your way into this call. All right. All right, fine. Quill stroke.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Quill just welcome aboard.
Oh, fantastic. I don't think Quill has me added on Discord. Let's see if I can add them on my other computer, which is keeping this a lot simpler. Oh, there she is. Let me just make sure. Yeah, sending a friend request, Quill. You might want to accept that if you want to be able to mosey your way on in here. Duh. Yes, they are indeed reeing at me. Let's see. Oh, yep, now I can add them. Wonderful. Bunk. Come on. Duh. There they are. Buh. And add. There you are.
Using they. I am not non-binary. You.
Well, no, the
Oh,
audio.
you know what? You actually sound great. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. The audio. You sound way better than you did on Skype. Okay, I guess Skype sucks. So what am I doing? What am I doing wrong?
What are you talking about, Anthony? Microsoft makes fantastic software.
Okay, indeed.
Okay. I think this happened to me once. 1 minute. Let me pull up. I'm going to pull up the stream myself. All right. I'm going to turn on the sound.
One more time. Mrags doesn't show up till 5:30. I don't know what. I can bug Creepy to pop in, I suppose. Where are you, butthead?
Where are you, Creepy?
Streaming.
Okay, everybody mute so we can find out how this works.
Okay.
I use push to talk. I don't need to mute.
Yeah, no problem.
Same here.
So here, I'll just try. I'll unshare the screen, bunk, and one more time. Turn the screen share on. Application window.
All right, did you guys hear it?
Wait, what do you mean?
The audio.
Okay.
All right.
No, the audio in the stream is working fine. We're
Yes.
trying to get audio on screen share.
Yes.
Oh no, that's what I was asking. Like, could you guys hear it?
Well, the sound here is checked to blue. Is that on?
Let me see.
Well, you know what? Tell you what. I will try it with it off. I will set it to off and see if that works. Do you hear it now?
I'm just
Nope.
this up.
Nope.
Okay, we'll try it again off. Yeah, thank you everyone for your patience and our, 44 turnout here. Our abysmal turnout. We could have promised.
No, it's 43 now. Oh, no. It's 42. Oh, my God.
They're all leaving. No!
You made me look. Yeah, no, I got it.
Let's see. It's too loud. Let me lower my input.
Application sounds better.
No. There, how does that sound? Is it too loud?
No, like it's on my end.
All right, well, Rags says, give me a minute to catch my breath. I guess he'll be here soon.
Okay, no problem. So,
let's see.
So, Rags made a video commenting about what I had.
Nope.
No.
I thought you said you knew how to OBS worked. Well, I'm not enough of a dick to throw Quill out now that they're in.
I am you fucker.
Welcome to weaseling your way into Anthony's stream with Bronyinspector and Quill Stream.
Okay.
Oh, Cookie Eater says, ask Anthony to do a watch together if you guys are having problems.
Okay. How do I do that?
1 second. Let me figure that out.
Excellent. Indeed. This is why usually people before their streams put on some really goofy ass music.
Let me see.
It could be worse, guys. This could be the Sargon stream where there's complete mute silence for the first 10 minutes.
Oh no, we'll keep the fun going at the very least. Indeed. We might not accomplish the thing we want to accomplish, but we'll keep the atmosphere lively. I don't know.
In the unlikely event if Rags doesn't show up. Oh, hi, Manga Common. Why? You know what? Manga Common can be Plan B.
Yeah, you know something we don't. What's up?
Yeah, if you squint your eyes and turn
So you
your
got
head
a habit
slowly.
of making agreements to live streams and then not doing it? Is that something that's happened?
No, Regs,
Okay.
Regs is supposed to be here at 5:30. Creepy's supposed to be here whenever the hell. We'll see. Yeah. Oh god, that's all mine. I'm not upset. I understand he's a big busy person. He told me ahead of time that he was going to be here at 5:30, so I was like, okay, so I could start later or I could start earlier.
Manga
God
comment,
forbid
glad
I
to know
have
I'm
any
the
problem.
second choice. For what? I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
There we
frick.
Okay. Application.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, I don't see what he's talking about.
Hold on.
I'm here.
Oh, hi, is that Rex?
No.
Who the hell is that? Oh, it's creepy.
Oh.
I was like, oh god, is it Rex? Oh, it's just creepy reading. Oh, all my enthusiasm just went the hell away.
This fucking loser just won't leave me alone. God.
Anyways, so here,
Such a faggot.
let's see
Anyway.
let's see if the audio works.
To say about
No?
Oh, you have to create an account. That's why.
So no,
always
it didn't
gotta
work
do that.
at all.
He didn't really make it about that. The entire
So no one in this call heard it. I'm sure the stream hears it.
The stream can hear it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
fantastic.
I've already watched it.
No, I understand that. I'm assuming you're a Discord warrior that creepy reading. What am I doing wrong?
You need Nitro if you want to share audio.
Oh, if you have multiple people? How much does Nitro cost?
I think it's like $40 a year or something like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sent. Oh, what's this? So that's the elf AZ in the chat. Haha, FNGR can't recognize his own lover. Oh, that creepy reading. Oh, you cringy shipper, you. I see what you're doing there. Dude, FNGR, you may want to go with Watch Together. Okay, well, if someone wants to open up a rabbit, I suppose.
I'm open. I made an account for Watch Together.
Guys,
Give me a minute and I'll set up a room.
Stop.
What?
Just
no?
Here, watch this. Wait, give me 1 second here. I gotta open up some software.
Oh, we went up a couple of fucking viewers because creepy readings here. Big numbers, guys. We went up a whole 7 or 8.
Yo,
We're
big mood, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let me just grab this fucking link, right? I got audio software that will let me loop my audio back to you.
Oh, nice.
What
do I have to do?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm handling it.
Okay, got it.
Awesome.
I'm so glad that you came on and did our podcast for us, creepy.
You two can fuck later.
Shut up.
So what timestamp do you want me to link it to?
Oh, what am I doing?
What timestamp do you want me to have it at?
Yeah, put it at the start.
When I start.
We'll just put it at the.
All right, at 00.
Yeah. I guess I'll go back to 0. Yeah, since we haven't really gotten much done. You ready?
All right, cool. Are we waiting for Rags to get here, or?
He wants to know if he should just hope in.
Oh, I was just sitting.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah, I was just gonna freaking do this now, but I guess we'll wait for Rags to do like a response to this whole damn thing. You know what? I guess since we're waiting for Rags for the next.
See now that's a Rags coming in, right? See, there's a little bit of a different noise. This one you can hear the dying hopes of children.
What is he in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
I can hear you guys now. Good. Okay.
Okay, wonderful.
I can't see anything. Discord's still saying it's reloading on my screen, but I can. It connected and I can hear everyone.
The super chat has come up. Rasmus Nordston praised the sweetest superiority for $20. Okay, you know what? For $20, I'll read it off. Welcome, Rags. How are you today?
I'm doing okay.
Excellent. I guess I'll introduce everyone. So this is FNGR welcoming you to, well, I guess I put down Furry Wonderland, podcast joined by the following people. Bronyinspector.
Hello.
Coyote Lovely.
What's up?
Quill Stroker came in here for tech support, but yet didn't give me any.
Fuck you, dude.
Indeed. That creepy reading.
Who is the real tech support agent?
Yes, thank you, Creepy. And this...
I mean, Quill Stroke here is the Indian tech support, and I'm like the manager that comes in and actually fixes it.
Indeed.
Oh, no, wait, you were thinking the other one.
Yeah. And joined by our guest of honor, Rags.
Well, hi.
Hi, boss. So, yeah, no. So I'm wondering where we should start here. Do you have any, does anybody want to start off with some nice softball questions before we grill the guest?
How do you keep your fur so fluffy?
Well, it's just, I guess it's just good living habits over time. You don't want to be all dirty and nasty. You want to just look after yourself, basic hygiene. There's really no trick to it.
What's this basic hygiene? Explain this concept.
Well, you guys are furry, so I guess maybe I should.
I'm not a fucking furry. Excuse you, princess.
Yeah.
Or bronies. We are discount furries.
Well, technically.
I am a furry, though.
Yeah, he is.
Ah.
Yeah.
A brony is just a more specific furry.
I really wouldn't really consider myself a brony. I'm not in that community either. I just happen to know FNGR.
Yeah.
I don't consider myself one either. I don't know anything about the community really.
Yeah, I mean, like whenever there's like when people say like brony furry or whatever, that usually comes with the implication that you're within a larger like group of like-minded people. But when I don't share most of those traits with them and I don't know who they are, it's hard to really consider myself, you know.
It does kind of imply you're a horrible person with some sort of a mental deficiency, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go that far, but okay.
And furthermore, I'm not going to apologize for them. Leo Convoy paid $2, needs more G.I. Joe. Okay. Sure.
When we go like, let's go, Joe. Is that their line?
All right,
there's more G.I. Joe.
I think you guys are failing. I'm just going to get to my questions. Do you have any thoughts on, say, I don't know, I asked you beforehand, the right opinion or I hate everything that you wanted to share with everybody?
No, not that I already have it.
Okay, yeah, no, they were just queuing me in on that the last minute here.
I did a 2 streams with Mahler about that.
Wait, you have issues? Is there any issues if I hate everything or anything like that?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Doing a commentary on one of those. That creepy reading has a huge hate boner for commentaries for whatever reason it is. I don't know.
I don't hate commentaries. I hate bad commentaries. Rags actually does his commentaries with like a level of finesse and like actual effort that like shows he at least knows about the topic they're talking about, not those people who are criticizing the ordering of a fucking topless.
Okay. Fantastic. Which pieces of your work are you most proud of, Rags?
The bottom half.
Okay. Conversely,
No, wait, hold on. Does that mean the most recent or the early? That's the most recent half. What do you mean?
Which part of my
where the rubber meets the road, as it were? Okay.
We don't deal with those.
Conversely, which of your videos is there anything that you've ever put out that you wish you could hit the reset button on?
I'm sure if I went back and looked at a bunch of them, maybe.
But there was nothing at the time that you were making it, or maybe right afterwards going, ooh.
No, I mean, if nothing changed, I'd be fine with it. I'm fine with what's out there that I've done so far. I don't feel like I don't really feel compelled to go back and like redo any of them. I mean, I might edit this and that here and there, but for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied with the stuff that I've put out.
Okay.
That's pretty respectable. I mean, I'm kind of in the same way. Like, there's some things I'd probably word a bit differently in some of my videos. I recently had not recently, but like 2 years ago, I made a video like called Worst YouTubers or something like that. And I talked about Black Hitler. And
then some way worse YouTubers came along. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's true, but no, I mean, I talked about Black Hitler and I worded myself kind of poorly, where like Black Hitler kind of has the opinion that like all black people are more oppressed than all white people. And it's like, well, you know, when Will Smith comes to me and explains to me how exactly him having more power and money than I'll ever see in my entire fucking lifetime gives him more privilege than me, I'll let you know that I agree with you. But yeah, some of the words they said kind of got misconstrued for just, I don't even fucking know anymore, man. That whole community.
Well, I mean, let's just face it. Anyone as handsome as Will Smith, you know, white or black, that person's gonna be successful. The people are just gonna look at him and go like, "Oh, look at that handsome dude. Let's
I mean,
make
Will
sure
Smith
we
is so
ride-
powerful that he can make his talentless son get a fuck ton of work. I don't know how I could.
No,
even
I'm
give
yeah, did
myself
you see that?
kind of work?
Creepy
Yeah,
is like,
did
I
you see
can be
that?
a talentless son. Come on.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I would love to be a Neo Yokio. Okay, wait, scratch that one. But still, like you get what I'm saying.
No, you would take that gig. It would it. I don't know if it would have been a better or worse show with you in it, but
I mean, at least I'd be able to pronounce some of the words correctly. And, like,
All right.
I wouldn't sound like I'm genuinely bored in the studio with my dad hanging over me, telling me about how I need to do this because it's the family business.
Oh, Rags, I had a question that might be more on topic for you. You mentioned again in one of your videos here, mentioned something about being sensitive about receiving death threats. Now I've heard from channels for like 10,000 subs.
Me sensitive about it?
Well, no, you were referring to, I think I hate everything about it. You know, oh, welcome to YouTube. I haven't asked anyone of your size. I haven't even asked that creepy reading how many death threats. How often does that happen for a channel your size?
Oh, people just throwing them around on the internet.
People,
Well, yeah.
it depends. Like, it depends if I have a controversial video for me. Like, if I say something controversial, I start getting it. Like, it depends if something
Okay,
controversial happens.
How many
within my
times a
community.
week? How many
No,
times a
yeah, hold
week
it. Yeah, let's
do
put
you
it
get
this
a
way.
death threat?
I don't keep
on
count.
average in a month. Would you just
I don't
not
keep
even
count.
pay attention? We'll do Rags. How's that?
I don't really know. The thing is that, I mean, like, there are people in the Right Opinions video. That's a shit video, by the way.
Okay.
But he's got a bunch. He got people in the comments who are like, "Yeah, I want to fucking beat him up. I want to punch Rags in his face." And I'm like, "Whoa, yikes! These people hate me because of this terrible video you did."
Yeah. For me, it's like I would probably say on average, maybe like a couple, like depending on how you define it. I've had people say they want to kick my ass over.
I'll
Steven
fucking
Universe.
kill you. I'll kick your ass. Any kind of threats. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, in terms of threats, I'd say maybe like 3 or 4 a week. My videos are generally positive, but like when something controversial happens, like that spikes up. For example, like when if you guys remember that those girls who stabbed someone over Slender Man, people were like threatening to kill me if I didn't take down my channel, and even called into a convention I was going to attend to drop me for making creepypasta content that, you know, like the whole the children thing, you know. And with that one, I'd say it was about like 60 in a week, mostly from, I think, conservative mothers, but you know, like most of my content doesn't necessarily spark sort of outrage culture that I hate everything's and Rags does.
And I think that's why, like, for Rags, I'd assume it would be a lot more commonplace. That I'm really kind of just curious, like, on his end, like, is this something that is is this so common that you can't even keep track anymore?
No, I just don't really. I mean, I just get so many comments of so many different kinds that I just don't even think about. I don't think about that stuff.
Was there?
I mean, if you're a channel like if you're a channel as big as I Hate Everything, and you've been around for a while, then I just think that you're just trying to get pity points by going, woe is me, I get death threat.
I'm gonna put my foot down on that one. He kind of had a point. People were finding his mother's Facebook account and like harassing her.
Wow.
And that was like going beyond the tour of duty to like put stress on his actual family. I was with him for that. The guy had every right to be genuinely annoyed that people were.
Oh, was he annoyed?
Not just attacking him,
wow,
but people close to him. Kind of
some
fucked
annoyance.
Jesus.
You know what happens when people do that stuff? You don't mention it.
Okay.
I mean, he's also like a young dude too. I mean, shit.
How old is
I'm
he
young.
anyways? If ballpark.
I'm pretty sure he's the same age as I am, around maybe a year older, year younger. So I'd say right between like, say like somewhere between 21 and
I was about to say, I couldn't
24.
tell if you were an adult yet.
Oh.
By the way, did you get permission to get that tattoo yet, or?
Yeah, did they have to sign a permission slip on that one? Yeah, real.
Oh, fuck you! I just gave him my ID.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah,
Did you do your dishes today?
Yeah, I gotta ask, Creepy. Like, what age do you have to be, before you
18.
independently? 18. Okay, just ask. I never occurred to me.
Do you have any good new vinyl records, the new releases on vinyl that you would like to tell me about?
No. Let's again. I'm trying not to waste freaking Rags' time here.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Key operator. So again, I guess I can't put this off any longer. You have a friend. Like this could be incorrect. Jason Phoenix. There's some accusations about him and a girl that's potentially underage.
Do you mean Jason effects?
Yes, I believe that'd be it.
He's not a friend. We're friendly with one another for the most part, but I wouldn't call him a friend.
So you tweet at him? That's the extent of it?
I don't have a Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore. It got banned. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah, I got taken down again.
So every once in a while, you might tip your hat to him at a furry convention.
Yeah, we chat every once in a while on like Discord.
Oh,
okay. So chat buddies, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but we're not like friends.
No.
I know exactly what you mean when you say that, dude.
Yeah, I would say my list of friends is a very small one. I take that pretty seriously.
Okay. No, that's a very reasonable thing. Any other weird kind of accusations? Whether the standard, I had a whole bunch of crazy. Well, not a whole bunch. I had one very specific person saying, "Oh, Rags is a sexist. Oh, he's transphobic." Any truth to any of that?
Let me see. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But you know how
I
people are
think
these days.
I can't genuinely take that kind of talk a little seriously when it.
Well, here's the whole thing. I could, on one hand, it'll be like, look, I don't take the person had rubbed me the wrong way, and I made an ass out of myself on it on Twitter. But truth be told, I felt like I should ask, and I was like, I mean, what else am I gonna do? Sit there and hold him down? I'm like, no, you did no. Look. Did you see that video? The person who tried to threaten to strike you. Did you get a claim from YouTube at all?
Yeah.
No, I have no claims against me at the moment.
That's what I thought. Well, as of the last update that Fiara posted before she removed the video, she showed a video. She did. Yes, you might be interested to know that video is no longer on her channel. We of course have a brilliant copy of it right here.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Well, yeah.
Thank you. By the way,
yeah. Would you like to at least take a look at the first couple minutes of it potentially?
Yeah, if you wanted to. She's been emailing me, so I haven't really watched much of her video.
Yeah, no, and for anyone.
But if she took down her video, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's a completely frivolous claim, and the comments are letting her know about it.
No, and a real quick thing, I just want to clear up. Like, I didn't watch your whole video, but I did watch the part pertaining to your critique of Fiara's take on Fallout 76. You didn't at any point like direct your audience to fucking flame this person or anything like that, right? Like, because that, like, I
did watch the video, and it does seem that the. Oh wait, you go. Sorry.
No, I haven't told anyone to go to anybody's video.
Yeah, no, I didn't, and that didn't seem like it had occurred either. This seemed like that might have happened on its own, but not by your
people who feel like someone they like is being wrong, like will just defend them blindly. Like I remember I called out Mr. Nightmare. He never sent his fans over to me, but I mean, I got a lot of them telling me that they want me to die.
Well,
Real
no,
quick,
I just
Yeah, real quick, I do have 2 super chats I just missed here before, both from Leo Convoy. I've had people threaten me because I said Superman could beat up He-Man in a fight. People are stupid on the internet, and the best response to death threats are, do it, chump. Well, maybe not. Thoughts, Leo Convoy, don't necessarily respect the thoughts and opinions of the channel. So yeah, I would be, let's try and share that thing. You're still set up, right, Creepy?
Yeah, if you see the screenshot still up. But yeah, just one last thing on that thing is The general, it seems. Who else is screen sharing?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm screen sharing. You don't need to.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess play it then.
Yeah, just
Oh, kill out.
yeah, kill your. You don't need to have
There
it
we
out. You're just killing.
We're
bad
getting a
with
loop. We're actually getting a very light parasitic loop in the
All right,
audio.
what do I do?
Just end your screen share. Yeah. Exit out, whatever you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. Goddamn, man. You know I hate Discord.
You know the same way you put it up, like shit.
There is that.
Do what
that,
you did
does
in
that work?
backwards. Do it backwards.
Like,
How did you forget to do this?
I don't
I
know
think,
what I'm
I think
doing.
it worked.
Yeah.
And you call yourself a podcaster?
All right. Yep.
Ooh, we
all right. Wow. All right. You know what? I don't have to take this.
Thank you, and that's been that creepy reading. We'd like to thank him for being a guest on the show today.
All right.
All right,
I'm gonna
Anthony.
start this thing
Anthony.
in 3,
Is it done?
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your thing's still up, but I
right.
just don't hear it anymore.
All right. Well, how do I get it down though? I don't
The
want
button
Go
that
back to-
made it
go back to your
up
screen
makes it go
share.
down.
How?
The button that makes it go up makes it go down.
There you go. Click on that
It says
The one that says
update
turn
already
off
This?
screen share.
and go
No,
down
no,
to the
this is
little
my
red
screen
thing.
share.
What?
This
Where?
is my screen share.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
I'm showing FNGR. All right. Look. You see the window here?
Yeah.
You see this little button that looks like a computer monitor? You click that, and you click this.
I don't see there's no computer monitor.
They're
There's a member list. There's add friends. There's the thumbtack.
All right,
That's on
Anthony.
top. It's under that. It's by the leave call button.
the button that you use to turn on screen share, you click that same button. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
No, I understand that too. You know what? I'm going to snapshot this tool.
You just click the same button that you use to make it pop up.
FNGR is old, man.
Well,
No,
are you
he's
looking
good.
at the stream, right? Do you see it?
Yeah,
on
I'm
my
looking
screen?
at the stream.
On Discord.
You're
on the
down in the
call.
corner there, right? Who's the infinity shot in the call?
That's creepy, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're the other one with the picture of Fiera on it. So click on that. That's you, or just not the infinity one.
There's an easier way to do this. FNGR, leave the call, join back.
Won't that fuck up the recording?
No.
No, that will not fuck up the live stream. You'll be
Okay,
fine.
Cool.
Nope.
I hate.
All right.
No. I have control over it.
Yeah,
All right.
It's
Cool.
All right, yeah,
We ready? We ready to show this?
Go ahead. Let's do it. Take it
All
away.
right. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, I don't want to make this video.
Yeah, you do.
I actually hate doing this.
No, you don't.
For the passion.
No, you don't.
So,
You just want attention.
Acting? Yeah. No. I know she doesn't hate acting.
I'm just going to bring this up.
She just wants to have attention.
So, Rax
She just
made a
wants
video
to bitch.
commenting about what I had to say about Fallout 76.
Yeah, your video was shit.
It didn't really make it about that. The entire video, that's not the point. Those 3 images, that's the point.
Those don't matter.
They're not Fallout 76
Doesn't matter.
at all.
Doesn't matter.
More importantly,
Literally doesn't matter.
they belong to an IP I own.
Doesn't matter.
Dead Tree Studios owns the tabletop game that was displayed there.
Actually, can
The
you
book cover is mine.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Doesn't the artist own the rights and not the person that?
Oh,
bought them?
you know
So-
what? No matter what in this situation, none of that actually matters.
Yeah,
He owns the licenses for these.
it doesn't matter.
Well,
Yeah.
He
For the record,
has like
for the record,
No, that actually, and from the brief conversation I had with the lawyer, just because you hold the license for something doesn't mean that you can enforce how fair use law works,
Yeah,
which
fair
seems to
use-
be what Fiera's.
No,
What
that's
seems
true.
to be what Fiera's thoughts are.
Okay, before we like go any further with this, I do need to get context, right? Which I don't have from Rags. Why were those images used in particular in the video?
They were just in the clip that I played.
Not to
Yeah,
the best of my
okay, so you-
knowledge, according to Quill.
Okay,
They
so
were-
you
they
were
were her-
responding to a video that contained those images.
Yes.
Yeah, that's her video that I'm playing.
Yes.
I'm talking about her video and playing her video.
Okay, well then, yeah, no, this person's full of shit. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Fiora-
you
just
just
wanted
wanted
in my opinion.
Fiora is retarded. Imagine that you were a movie critic and you were making a video review of Baby Driver, and you were reviewing this movie, and you were playing footage of the movie as you review it. Fair use, of course. And let's say in one of the scenes there is a Mercedes-Benz on the screen. Could be driving down the street, could be parked, could be doing a flip or whatever happens in the movie. Doesn't matter. Let's say there's a Mercedes-Benz in the film as you're playing it. Now, let's say you do not comment on the Mercedes-Benz. That does not mean that Mercedes-Benz can sue you.
Well, okay, and I'm just like, let's say I did a video where I'm pointing out why a Mercedes-Benz could never do this, and that Baby Drivers, even if I did focus on that, could Mercedes-Benz possibly sue me for that?
No.
You were responding to a video that contained these images that were in that video. I actually had a copyright situation similar to this. I used to have this series called Rants of Fitting Music, and basically this dude, I was responding to like the idea of responding to hate videos. You know, it's most of the time it's like just kind of stupid, because I mean most of the videos that are like that are just kind of vapid and pointless. Like, I don't mind genuine criticism, like people like Daft Pina.
Yeah, I would put this one in that category.
Yeah,
someone who's butthurt.
Yeah,
well, obviously,
but in that situation, I to show an example of one of those vapid hate videos, I used a clip of a guy saying that I was some sort of like 15-year-old douchebag that has over X amount of subs at the time, and I responded to it by laughing at it. But because I used the dude's video, the artist who drew the picture copyright striked me.
They can try.
Oh, no. I mean, they got away with it. I got a strike on the channel. I had to fight it. And I basically made a follow-up video saying, hey, this person striked me for art that was in this video. I explained like my position, like, hey, the reason why I didn't give credit to you, the artist, because, you know, one, the guy cropped the image. So that means reverse image searching was basically impossible, even if I knew that he didn't draw the image. Secondly, the guy didn't credit you in the video itself. And three, like, I don't have to. I was responding to a video, not your art. I didn't put the art in there. The art was there, and the guy paid for the art that he used in the video, in which he didn't credit you in. Person put their foot down, and then a bunch of people went to her DeviantArt to explain fair use, and then eventually she dropped it after about 3 days.
Well, and yeah, apparently there's that 3-day cooling off period where people realize they might be about to abuse the copyright system because of what literally everyone around them is saying. And that I mean, is it looking to anyone else right now like that may be what has happened here, considering the fact that, well, Fiera took the video down, and Rags over here hasn't had anything, any kind of claims or anything made against him. He hasn't heard from a lawyer or gotten an email, or well, he's gotten a lot of emails of her being angry. But other than that, what has happened?
She hasn't done anything. She's lied about me publicly, and she's said pretty nasty things in emails that she sent to me.
That comes.
In the video she says she don't have. In the video she says that the reason why she tried to strike you is because you didn't have an email.
Hold on, hold on a second. Let me find a follow-up comment that she left on the video the day after she posted it. Let me just read this off here. No, that's not it. Hold on.
I think I have one on my Twitter. I can try to get to you.
All right. Hold on.
All right.
Fiaura The Tank Girl, 3 days ago edited. Update 1. I have gotten an email address from one of the commenters, and I hope that it is correct. I issued a statement requesting their removal. Update 2. Proposed alternative where
That's
he
not
can...
even that honest, really.
Well, let me... okay, that's...
Because you came at me with a threat. You didn't ask me to do anything.
Yeah, let me get through the whole thing, and then let's get your response on a whole.
Well, no, read off one and let him respond.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll go one down. We'll do one at a time. That sounds like it's got a good beat to it.
Yeah.
All right. Update 2, proposed alternative where he can credit artists and the characters in both description and pinned comment, as well as an apology pinned in the comments for not crediting them originally. Still haven't heard from him.
So, yeah, that's not going to happen. Here's the thing, and I told this to her. If you would have just come to me in an email and said, hey, could you go ahead and credit these artists just so they get exposure or just so that whatever, then I could have done it. It would have taken me 10 seconds to edit the description. And
but it seems like you got threats right out the gate is what happened.
Yeah, but right out of the gate, there were threats attached to it to strike my channel and attack my livelihood. So that obviously is going to instantly change the dynamic that we're going to be communicating on. So that's reasonable. Fucked up right from the gate. You came out angry and pissed off, and that doesn't help your case, and it makes you look bad, and it's not the way to go. Not the way to go.
Neither does seemingly backing down and taking the video off. All right, so update 3. Rags has contacted me back and screamed fair use without taking into account the full situation. I have explained my position, waiting for a reply.
Yeah, your position's
if it's fair, if you're legally allowed to use the images in your video, he's legally allowed to commentate on it in his.
Yeah, if it's not like you can make a video and I don't need your permission. That's the thing. It's I don't need your permission.
Well, Fiera
I had to explain that to a
think that you
employee.
Do, yes.
And
okay, I'm not even kidding.
Fair use. The whole point of fair use is that I don't need the permission from the copyright owner.
Okay, so then there's a please note. Please note, no one go harass Rags or cause an issue with Rags or any other creators mentioned here. I'm asking for a calm conversation and a simple removal of 3 pictures, nothing else.
That story changed.
And you know what? Can I respond to that real quick? I invited Fiera here for a nice, calm conversation today, and she declined.
Of course she did.
Yeah, she pushed it out.
So that's my response to that. I don't know if that doesn't seem to be what you want, Fiera. Anything on that? Were you ever? Yeah. How did your conversation with with Fiera go up until this point about 4 days ago?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Well, all she wanted was a nice, calm conversation. Was your conversation up until this point in any way calm?
On
your end, like weren't you having that at this point?
I mean, she acts like a total prick. But yeah. I mean, I don't really care about it. But
right, like I would say that's that would be par for course. Like, I mean, you guys get to, oh, cool. We both get to act like pricks to each other. Would seem to be the tone that had gotten set from this discourse you were having.
I mean, she was the one who pretty much went first by deleting comments that I had made and then claiming just doing it for hate and I'm just a terrible, awful, no good, very bad person and stuff like that. Instantly trying to play get that victim card out as soon as you possibly can. That's the key.
Yeah, which Fiera's a pretty tough person. I wouldn't have expected this out of him, really, honestly. Yeah, this seems like a pretty low road for Fiera right now.
I'm not gonna lie here. I do feel that them like trying to copyright strike your video is kind of a shitty move, but like I also. Definitely shitty. There was this one artist who I like paid like fucking like $70 for like art assets for my channel, and I forgot to credit her one time, so she took down every video she copyright striked every video I made in a period of 7 months.
Yeah, people like that are bad people.
Well, okay, there's one more segment of this update here. So this is once again, Rags, my options for contact are freely available and easy to access. Please, I would rather retract the claim, semicolon, we work together. We work this out and your video go up. I hate using the copyright system. It leaves no gray area or room for negotiation. And without the messaging system and no way to talk back and forth between creators when there is an issue, it's either a massive hammer or nothing. Well, I guess using the hammer. Now there's a 2-bar break here. I haven't posted the video yet or issued a strike. And that last part kind of sounds like just once going back to, this is a tactic I've seen people use, which I like to call hugs followed by threats.
Carrot stick.
Yeah, hugs and threats.
So, like, would you be opposed to offering credit to the artists? Because I'm pretty sure the artists have nothing to do with this individual.
I would be. The problem is that right now, and this is what I told her, if you come out publicly, demand that I do something, and say that I'm breaking the rules and I'm not obeying fair use, and make these frivolous claims, and then I make the change on my part, but you don't say anything about it, that obviously will give people the impression that I did indeed do something wrong when I didn't. And
is there any way we could like rectify this? Because like honestly, these artists have nothing.
I've sent all the emails to her that are necessary for that, and she refuses to make the situation right.
But I mean, she has nothing to do with the artists. I mean, okay, like she hired them, but like the artists aren't the ones making these claims, and they're just the ones kind of getting fucked over by.
I'm not actually sure. She's given me ambiguous wording that it's up to the artists what they want to do. And I'm not particularly concerned.
Yeah, maybe they told her to take this crazy video down because that's the only thing that's happened so far.
Pretty much.
It's Fiora, right?
Fiora, yes.
Yeah.
If Fiora would like me to credit these artists, she could send me the link after the pod.
I mean, people can go and check out her video where her links are, but I certainly don't feel any obligation to credit the artists of some piece of art that was in some video that I'm covering. That's definitely not an obligation.
That's definitely it's way beyond what you would have normally done or anyone would have normally done making that type of content.
Yeah, nobody who's ever made a video about me credits the artists of my avatars. That's fucking ridiculous. I don't know what kind of world she lives in, but that's absolutely ridiculous.
I can agree. I can agree with that point.
Is just dumb.
That never do that in Brony, so yeah, I gotta agree with that. Again, I'd be willing to if Fiora were to ask, but sure, whatever.
I suppose the real thing is if the artist who made these comes forward and says, "Hey, mind throwing me a little bit of something?"
Well,
then,
it's up to Fiora.
It's up to the artist, not
Rex did
Fiora.
bring up a point there where he said, "Well, look, they could go to Fiora's video for that," but then Fiora took her video down, so no, technically they can't.
Well, Fiora's original review on Fallout 76 is still up, and that's where, it wasn't Fallout. What was the video that she was talking about? Fallout 76.
She was talking about why Fallout 4 and 76 are good games, but bad Fallout games.
Okay. Yeah, so you can all go watch that video.
There.
Yeah.
You can all go there to her video that I'm covering. If she doesn't credit the artist, that's on her. But it's not my obligation, nor do I feel a moral imperative to credit the artists on some image that pops up in somebody else's video that I'm covering.
I mean, I agree. Shit, I think I've been literally in that position before. I'm not opposed to doing it, but like it's not a mile that I need to take. It's kind of just something that the original video needs to do. Like, do I need to put, like, if I review a movie, do I need to like throw a entire like credit? Do I have to throw the entire credit sequence for that whole movie so that people know who did the special effects design?
Well, I mean,
I did.
Honestly, just at at this point, I think we've well established that what Rags's video contained was well within fair use.
And I think it's important
whether Fiora is representing the situation accurately or not, I think is the only thing left to talk about.
One of the first things that I did was I actually reached out in an email and contacted YouTuber Law. And his name, he's like Leo Lasser. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. It's a unusual name. Leo Lasser Esquire, who specializes in software and internet law.
Nice.
And I emailed him, and I got his permission if I needed to quote him when he says to me, let me scroll down.
Oh, this is fantastic. You got from a real lawyer, ladies and gentlemen.
I've got an attorney on my side. He says, only giving initial impressions, can't give you direct legal advice, yada, yada. He says, as such, in my opinion, your usage of the content is fair use. From what I understand, you're using the content as the background for criticizing the individual who created it. None of the distinctions or points made by the individual who sent you an email makes any legal sense to me. Fair use is not based on whether copyright owners approve, like, or appreciate how anyone else may use their content. So, so Fiera can kindly go and get fucked and go on with her life.
Oof.
So,
Cool,
okay, I'm pretty positive.
That is fairly consistent with what the lawyer I talked to said, which was just like the law doesn't care that she doesn't like it. Like
basically,
yeah.
Which is why that when you want to do things of this nature, being nice and charismatic and being just generally a good person, shocking, will really come in handy when you talk to people, because if you open with an antagonistic tone and a threatening gesture, then you're probably not going to get your way like you wanted.
When I reached out to you, Rags, I was actually expecting. I was like, I bet he'll be a jerk. You know what? I'll try. Be nice. And,
I'm not that bad, but if you prod me, you might not get
Oh, I've heard that before. You're just a lovable old.
I am a big softy deep down.
No, I think Rags is a true fag, but I mean,
so yeah, take it away, Quill, before someone steals it again.
You're like
I'm pretty sure.
You gotta be careful when you hug it.
No, creepy. She's been waiting to go. Go ahead.
I'm pretty positive the answer here, but in this screenshot, she claims that you blocked her preemptively.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, you've only blocked one person, and it was what the hell was his name?
I haven't blocked anybody.
Oh,
on YouTube, I haven't blocked anybody. I've hidden. There are some people whose comments I've hidden, but that's just basic moderation that happens over time. You see people who come in and just say really nasty things, and they're clearly, obviously trolls. But I don't really, and I haven't hidden anybody's comments in ages because there gets to a point. I'm just a one dog show here. So I don't really do much in the way of moderation. I have all the boxes ticked on YouTube settings to allow all comments and to let everything go through. So if you can't find your comment, then it's either buried under the rest or because YouTube decided to hold it for whatever reason. I wouldn't jump to any kind of conclusions like that.
Yeah.
She also insinuated that she said that Oxhorn had the same problem, but I haven't blocked or hidden him either. In fact, when she made that comment, I had to look up how to block other channels because I didn't know you could. It's just never something that I've done or that crossed my mind.
Yeah. I'm in Oxford server, and I skimmed through it when I was at work today. I didn't see any mention of you in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out she's just a bold-faced liar.
Or a crazy conspiracy theorist. You don't need to rule that out.
Yeah.
Or a trans trender.
No, definitely not that.
Take a more level-headed approach.
Brutal quill stroke. Do not respect the thought.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say this about Fiara, but no, Quill, I can definitely say you're wrong about that.
I don't know anything about Fiara other than the things I've heard here, which are potentially
to take a more level-headed approach and just let's just assume the best out of people. I after kind of getting the full context of the situation, if you only watch Fiara's video and not actually take Reg's video into consideration, not actually know what Reg says or commentates on,
or anything about how copyright works.
If you look at her video, she completely misrepresents the situation. She represents it as Rags showing artwork that has nothing to do with what's being talked about.
Yeah, she told me that she said that I was stealing artwork. I was an art thief.
Yeah, the way that when you present it, if you took what she says at face value, it sounds like Rags is basically just like making a point and then just found some images on Google that like kind of correlate,
I didn't.
And then at that point, it's like,
no.
They were in the video.
They were in her video.
That's the problem. She doesn't mention that the thing he was commentating on was in the video he was talking about.
Use these images. I played your video, you fucking psycho bitch. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and so like I said, when you look at like what she says in her video accusing you, it sounds like you found some images on Google and threw it in your video while you were making a point, like an innocent mistake on your end. But no, what she fails to mention is that, you know, it was Rags responding to something that she said, and she put I'm assuming it's she, by the way.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay,
or you
good.
can just say Fiara, or you can just say Fiara. That way, using
that
the
name
name
is
of the person.
stupid, and I refuse to say.
No. Well, that way, using the name of the person we're talking about as much as possible, so no one ever gets confused about the fact that we're talking about Fiara, the tank fighter, right now.
But yeah, the it just like it completely misrepresents the situation, and like that's where, like, I don't know the mental gymnastics you have to do to like convince yourself of this. So I mean, like, either one, we can just assume the best out of her, out of this individual, and just assume that she fucked up.
No. Based off of the lies she's telling about me and the nasty things that she said in emails to me, me giving her the benefit of the doubt is the last thing on my mind, and I don't.
Well, I'm not expecting you to. You don't have to. You can. You're the one getting along here. Be a dick about it. No, Rex, you have every right to be a dick about this. But I'm just gonna say, like, if you want to,
no, creepy. Listen to me. One of my best friends is working for her for BabsCon. I'm not unconvinced she's not a completely fucking crazy person at this point. Like,
no,
I don't know what.
I'm not gonna call someone crazy or anything like that, because I'm just I assume that like everyone just has the best intentions or anything like that. What we can say though is that even if you're assuming the best out of this individual, she fucked up, completely misrepresented the situation.
Oh no, I'm just trying to be nice.
Fucking dragged Rag's name through the mud. Even if it was unintentional, it's fucked up, and she should probably apologize.
I think. Well, she apparently is trying to sweep everything under the rug at the moment, and I'm only trying to be nice because she's super scary in person.
I mean, the way I say, she can do whatever she. I mean, my channel's not affected in any way. This only makes
so
her
far there's no
terrible.
strike. Yeah.
All this does is make her look terrible. So she can process that in whatever way she wants. I mean, it's put her on my shit list.
Oof.
So for whatever that's worth,
good to
I've got a video of hers
good
I'm
to
going to be
know.
covering in a live stream later. But I mean, the way that she's spoken to me, she's very antagonistic. She's a very nasty person.
Super scary in person. Yeah, that's consistent.
She's said some pretty. She's just said type, nasty. And it doesn't bother me emotionally or anything. It just clues me into what kind of person she is.
I don't think, like I said, Rags, you have every reason to be a dick, but I'm just saying for all the people who like just try to assume the best, or even like fans who want to save face, at her best, she did something really fucked up. At her best. There needs to be an apology demanded if you're going to assume the best. Well,
I don't know. I don't believe that Rags sounds like he's over it. I don't think he needs an apology.
I'm not saying for Rags. I'm saying
I don't care what she does. Like, I really don't care. Like, I don't care what she does with her Fallout of Equestria stuff, or I just don't care. I don't care about her or what she does.
Well,
I'm not. What I'm saying isn't necessarily for Rags. I'm saying she kind of owes it to the people who like genuinely give a shit about her and actually give a shit about her opinion.
Well, you bring up a good point there, Chris.
Those 4 people.
Really well, yeah, hold it. Fiora, she works for BabsCon, quite frankly, and her behavior here.
What is BabsCon?
It's
a My Little Pony convention in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's a really big
of course, it's in San Francisco. That's where all the loonies are.
It's in Burlingame, but yeah, all right. What the fuck you know about California?
All right, girls, you're both pretty, but my whole point is that generally it's a very big con. Fiora might want to make a public statement or apology because it's going to reflect poorly on the convention that she goes to. That
I mean, I don't want her to get kicked off of anything that she does there or get fired or anything.
But the problem is that she kind of has, as a fucking public figure, she kind of has a responsibility to be not terrible, not be abusing her fucking fan base to like, swing a fucking hammer.
What?
Like at her best, she has some fucking shit.
Hold on a second. I just noticed something, a consistency, if you will, with whenever someone involved in any BabsCon thing makes a comment that might be perceived as playing into drama, it disappears a few days later.
I think it disappeared because she was getting eaten up over it in the comments who were telling her you don't have any idea.
That was one of the things where like I couldn't believe how many people who like I'm like, no, I know that person's not just here to harass Fiara and they're telling her she's wrong. Like, is it possible she just listened to everyone? Then I think a follow-up would be in order. Yeah, I would agree with that.
I mean, she can. I mean, I told her that this makes you look bad and this makes your community look bad. So maybe deep down you thought in some crazy way that you were actually trying to do something good. And I don't believe that. But maybe she convinced herself of that. But what you've really done is just really hurt your reputation and the reputation of the people that you thought you were trying to help.
Right.
So yeah, it's probably best for her to try and speak to somebody.
Why would Anthony Aguilar, a guy who makes a series called How Not to Brony, be here talking to you about what happened to you if everyone here didn't think that a Brony might have done something that made us all look really stupid?
I was open to the idea that they might have both fucked up, but after talking to Rags, he seemed really reasonable, and I was like, I'm willing to get both sides of the story, and Fiora didn't come forward.
No, Rags is completely 100% in there. Like, it doesn't even matter. Rags could have come up here, called us all faggots, pissed on the floor, and left, and he'd still be fucking right. It's nothing about what Rags said. It's about what Rags did, and what Rags did was commentate on a video. He's within his legal rights, and he's within his moral rights as well.
Mic drop.
Elliot, this person fucked up.
Yeah, but she said a lot of nasty stuff, and let me see here.
And just so you know, Rags, too, I came here only watching her video. And when I watched her video, I was like, wow, Rags might have fucked up. And that's kind of shitty. But no, after hearing the explanation and getting the context, no, there's like no way I can even give her an inch in her argument. Like, there's just nothing.
Tough. It would be a tough one.
I'm doing mental gymnastics right now just to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Should we go back to the video?
If you want to, I could.
Yeah, we said we were gonna go like 1 or 2 minutes, so yeah, might be nice.
All right, cool. Let me just pull up screen share again. Rags, if you haven't seen this video, now that I know what I know, it's gonna piss you off.
Nah.
And the image of the ponies and Griffin gathered around are a part of
the script.
Yeah.
So Rags did not tell his people to not come over to my channel and cause further problem, but the thing here
I didn't tell them not to.
They're unrelated to Fallout 76 in any way, shape,
right.
or
No.
form.
Okay. So yeah, hold it there
Legally
real quick.
speaking,
Right. You need to specifically tell people not to go bother someone if you're that is not your responsibility.
Yeah,
now, if you had,
I do that anyway. Actually,
right.
Most of my videos in the opening,
if you had,
says don't do it.
This would be something where like if you had told them like and go drag this person across the coals for their opinion. You didn't do that, but no, they're apparently you needed to tell them not to do that. Which I don't think you're obligated to do.
All I did was try to attack the livelihood of a channel with 315, 20, whatever thousand subscribers I mean, I had no idea. It's like, come on. It's like, I don't want people to do this stuff, but when you act like this, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I tell people often not to
attack people,
go after
right?
people and harass people or anything like that. But I mean, with the numbers that I get, what you think 100% of them are going to listen? Like, what do you want me to do? I can't control
Obviously
people.
not.
I'm not respond. I mean, what do you want me to do?
Wait, so you're even saying that you do tell your audience not to fucking harass the people
in front of pretty much every video of mine. This review was different. I didn't do it for this review, but in front of basically
because it's a
every
review
video where I use footage from someone else or I cover someone else's video, I have an intro and it scrolls through both a fair use notice as well as a community guidelines notice telling people basically don't go harass this person on every video that I do where I cover someone else's video. The video I'm doing now has that on the opening crawl.
Right. I've actually seen that one before too. Like I said, it's not the creator's responsibility to ensure that they like I said, we all have those crazy people in our fan base. Fucking hell, Josh Scorcher's being followed by Chris Chan. I would not want to hold him responsible for anything Chris Chan does.
Yeah, I'm not responsible for what my audience does unless I incite them to commit harassment or anything like that, and I don't do that. I mean, it's a ridiculous thing. It's one of those victim cards that they pull. Oh, he's being mean to me. Some people came over. All I did was, antagonize somebody's channel who had, 300,000 plus subs, and some people didn't take kindly to me going after that person. It's like, well, I mean, fucking duh. It's like the chick who tried to copyright strike PewDiePie. I mean, like, what do you think is going to happen when you try and do that?
I like even when I went after Mr. Nightmare because the dude plagiarized like all of his videos he made in a period of a year. Like he just took all of his entries from Listverse and spoke it verbatim at people. And I said, like, hey, this is bad for our community because, like, when one of the biggest dudes in our community is stealing everything he's saying and making 7, 10, 15 million views per video, it's like it makes everyone look fucked up. It makes it fucks with the entire community. And even when I said that, I got people fucking throwing shit at me left and right. Even if I was in the right, that's just something you got to expect. It doesn't matter like how justified.
It's just the reality of having an audience. I'm not saying it's good when it happens. It's just you just have to be pragmatic and honest that when you have a large audience, that's just going to happen. There's going to be X percentage of people who are not going to do things that I want them to do. And it doesn't matter how many times I tell them not to or that I openly say as I have before, if they do it, that is something that displeases me and you're not helping me out. And it makes me look bad to some people when you do that. So don't do it. It doesn't matter how many times I mention those things. Some people will just do it.
Yeah. And it sucks. It's a general fact of reality, but like, I mean, there's nothing I can do, if I could, I would. I don't want this stuff to happen.
I mean, she's the one who made this public. This didn't have to be. She could have just
this would have never been something anyone was aware of if she hadn't made this video that we're so let's roll the clip. Let's see what else the old tank fighter has to say here.
All right.
2 of them are owned by my artist and licensed to me.
Doesn't matter.
As being a part of my IP.
Oh, good. She has a whole IP.
Wow.
And already, I'll show you guys this. Rags' supporters are already coming over here and just being stupid.
You're getting like one comment every every 20
Oh, that's
minutes.
a lot. No, that's a lot.
I wanted to contact him.
Somebody said Rags says hello. Oh no.
The 3 images. That's all I want. He gave no credit for it. He had no permission to use it, and it's a different IP than the one he's talking about.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
These are all like unique views that she potentially got on videos on her channel because you mentioned her in a video, and she's.
I don't actually think I've ever mentioned this person before, except for my Fallout video.
Yeah, exactly. No, this actually got her a bump in views, and this was her response to it.
It looks like you're related to PewDiePie, though. Your content is very similar.
Is it? I guess
according to your related channels, you're related.
Hey, I mean, that's fine with me. If my what are my related channels? It's a Gundam,
Young Yer, Angry Joe Show, The Quartering, Muller, and it's
Angry Joe Show. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
I wouldn't. You're not very. You don't have much in common with Angry Joe.
Yeah, we talk about video games, video game related stuff. So yeah, that makes sense.
By that logic, you're basically you have everything in common with just about half of.
I don't have everything
in general.
I don't know. I don't have everything in common with him, but we talk about video games in the industry.
I know. I'm just saying the general reasons why someone might watch Angry Joe don't really fit necessarily in line with the kind of stuff that you do.
I don't know. I think there'd be a pretty significant overlap.
I gave up trying to figure out related tags.
I mean, I think that's
mostly
reasonable.
just with.
I think those are all
related stuff.
Yeah,
I think those are pretty accurate. I think I can see how I would have a lot of overlap with those those channels' audiences. So carry on.
Yeah, let's play the clip here. Let's keep that rolling.
Then I run into this problem. He has no email on either of his channels. All right, well, I'll contact him through Twitter. Oh, that's banned. Can't do that.
Why is your Twitter suspended?
Yeah.
Why was my Twitter suspended?
Yeah, what happened there, man? That sounds like a story.
I guess enough people flagged it and Twitter just didn't like my face, so there you go. I think the reason that they gave was they don't give like specific tweets or anything. They just said like inciting hatred against something. I don't know. It's something.
Is it a permaban?
Right. I'm just like,
as far as I know.
Yeah, but you must have like an inkling of like I'll give you an example. Like there's a coffee shop that said like, hey, yo, dude, you can't come in here anymore. And I was like, I wonder what I did that pissed them off. And like I thought about it a little bit, and I've zeroed in on a couple of things. Like, have you thought about it at all? Like, do you have any idea what the thing you did? Just some not. Yeah, that's usually
essentially
that's usually all that's what'll do it. You know,
they'll find some joke that I told or some something I said, and they'll say, "Oh, that's hate speech" or something like that. And I mean, that's what you could do to anybody. If you dig through enough, you'll find something that they'll say violates the rules. But that's probably why they didn't highlight a tweet or anything. They just said, "Oh yeah, you're inciting hatred."
I don't know if you know this, but my buddy Bedhead Bernie got banned off of Twitter recently. He said, "What? You know this?"
I didn't know this.
Okay, my friend Bedhead Bernie made a tweet, and like I'm not gonna lie, I completely understand why Twitter banned him. He said, and I quote, "I am God, and I'm going to kill everyone at FBI."
Yeah, that probably wasn't a wise.
Yeah.
Wasn't the wise thing. He messaged me at like 3 a.m, like, creepy, I fucked up.
I'm surprised, Riggs, that you didn't try and sneak back on. There's other people like.
Well, I mean, it's just it's Twitter. I don't care. Twitter's a shithole, and it's a waste of time.
It's absolutely true.
Like my life didn't get worse when I decided, I'm just not going to go to Twitter anymore.
That's smart, man. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that from someone.
All right, take it away, creepy.
I have never had one.
You're a wise man.
And I can still go there. I can look at people's tweets. They get linked all the time.
Okay.
All right, let's continue with this thing, I guess.
Contact him through Patreon. He doesn't have non-patron message set up. You only can message your patron.
Give him $1.
Yeah, give me $1.
Oh.
Yeah, throw me a
bone.
His
Discord server is paywalled.
No, it's not. That's a lie.
So no.
What's a lie?
That my Patreon,
the Discord
server is paywalled. It is not paywalled. You do not have to. You do not have to pay me to get into my Discord. I just don't have a. I don't have a public link on like a video or something because I don't want to open the floodgates and have everybody pour in all at once.
Okay.
There would be so much smut and scat.
Even still, it only cost $1 to get in. And if there was a cheaper way, good for you. I didn't mind it. So I mean, I got this coupon.
I mean, from this guy's
other people have
perspective,
emailed me asking for the link, so
Yeah.
they can do it.
Okay.
I guess you can't.
So I guess to completely debunk this guy's points, the argument he's making is that he shouldn't have to pay $1 to get to your Discord, and that you don't have an email that's publicly available.
So she's 0 for 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is this public email thing? Like,
It's on your YouTube page.
oh,
You go to
like
YouTube-
business
In the
inquiries?
About section.
tab, and it's right there. Same place it's been, as far as I know, for years.
Where is it on here?
It's on the About tab on someone's YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, no, I mean they have the About tab open here.
Yeah,
we're
but-
looking at it. I'm just trying to find it.
I think I've heard that if you're using OBS, that it doesn't show it. That's what I've heard.
I
but
doubt
I'm
Fiera
not sure.
has had OBS unclosed in 100 years.
Maybe, but
Well, let's just debunk
Let's
this real
I
quick.
would like to
Actually-
see that. Let's just real quick.
One of my
I am
friends and
not
I.
running. Well,
I don't want to make this video.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, let's get this.
One of my friends and I, we did an experiment where we were both had OBS up. She could see my email, and I couldn't for some reason. But
Oh, look
she said
right
she's-
here for business
said-
inquiries. View email address.
Yep, that's it.
yeah, that's good. I'm not
So
a
I don't-
robot. Here it is. And see, I do not have OBS open, so I can say
do I.
that
I don't know.
Yep,
I mean,
there it
it's
is.
There,
I'm looking right at your email address right now.
and
That's a
everyone
cute.
else was
That is
able
a
to get
that
it.
is a that is a very cute email address, I must say.
That's
Yeah, there's a
alright.
view email address button.
Oh, play it again, creepy.
But yeah, I mean that's completely debunked. The email address is right there. Just dude
Yeah.
didn't put the effort to find it.
No email. I can't message him on Google Plus. I can't message him on either YouTube channel
Google
because
Plus, who uses
YouTube's
that?
messenger system has been taken out. I'll show you
I
this.
forgot Google
That
Plus
was right.
existed.
Did we hold
Google
on? Wait, I missed
Strike
that.
cards.
I missed that when I first watched this video. Did Fiora actually go like, I couldn't even get a hold of him on Google Plus of all things? Like, wow.
I don't
you
know
know,
anything
usually
about
don't-
Google Plus.
Usually don't give away that you're full of crap. No one's ever used Google Plus.
I thought they were shutting it down.
They
It's
are.
gone. It's like gone, isn't it?
No, it's
They're
still
working
there.
on removing the integration, but yeah, Google Plus, they're phasing it
Fucking
out by
Google
2020.
Plus.
Google Plus is awful.
Imagine I couldn't get a hold of Rags on Google Plus.
I mean, the only reason I have one is because you need one to make a channel, or it automatically makes one for you
I think they got
if you want a
rid of that
YouTube
up.
channel, because it's like a Gmail integrated Googly thingy.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's nonsense.
You have a
Absolute.
Google, like I would never, it would have to really try very hard to notify me that I had a message on Google Plus.
I don't.
Well, my third email address told me that I got a message on Google Plus 2 days later. Like,
Man, does she not
Yeah.
know anybody who could contact me on Discord? Like, my Discord
Like, did she
is
not like
completely-
reach out? Maybe make a
dude,
tweet.
forget all that. Your email address was right there on your YouTube channel.
I mean, she say, "Hey, of all the people that you know, you couldn't send me a Discord message or anything like that. You couldn't ask around." I mean, I have open
No, she
DMs.
eventually
so-
did. She eventually did mine the comment section for someone willing to put you in contact. Yes, that is eventually apparently what happened
Yeah, I guess
within the
yeah.
first couple days of this.
She could have made a tweet. She could have asked someone.
He's not
She
on
could've-
Twitter, but she could have tweeted about it.
No. That's what I said. She could have made a tweet saying, "Hey, I want to talk to Rags about something. Anyone know how to contact him?" Like, the dude's a public figure. He has like someone who would be willing. Like, there's someone out there. There are. What I'm saying is that there's steps that could have been taken here that weren't.
Let's continue. Let's play the clip. Let's just.
So just bear with me if you're here to like yell at me and be like, "Oh boy, Rags." No, look. There's no messenger system anymore.
Oh boy,
Rags!
Rags! That's a good comment. Yeah.
Okay, so I have no reasonable means of contact. The only thing I can do is leave a comment in this video, which is now buried.
How come you haven't credited
under
my artist
hundreds of comments? 644 to be exact.
Yeah, man, you should strike
Like,
it.
even if I put
Yeah,
it
better
first,
strike
it doesn't.
it,
You don't have any option. This dude doesn't
If she
have an
goes through this
email
whole
address.
video, if she doesn't credit my artist on this video, then she's a huge fucking hypocrite.
I'm waiting.
So, I honestly don't give a shit that he used my footage. I honestly don't give a shit that he talked about me. What the fuck ever. It's YouTube. Do whatever you want, dude. But
delete my comments too. You're
those 3 images I have to care about.
No, you don't.
I'm assuming you didn't get his comment because it was
definitely
buried.
chose to care about. Doesn't necessarily.
Wait, do whatever you want, and then you have to do this. It's just
Do whatever
kinda
you want,
like
but if you don't
incongruous.
do what I tell you to, I'm gonna strike your channel.
It's like you can do what you want until it's not what I like that you're. Yeah.
And my
Okay.
video has like 6,300 comments, so if you left one, I mean, well, fuck. You think I'm gonna? I don't read all. I read a lot of them, but I can't read all of them.
Well, no, apparently Fiera knows exactly how many comments hers is buried under. It's around 600 at this point, so
I mean,
she's
I don't
keeping
know.
track at least.
I don't know
She's
about
like,
you.
How do you not know where my comment is? It's 600 comments down. I counted.
To be fair, I don't know if you read all the comments in your videos, Rags, but the way that I kind of I don't expect you to either. The way that I do it is that I keep track of my comments. Like I read every single one of my comments on a new video for the first like week. I'll just scroll through it on my phone.
Well, I'll check my notifications through email because the social tab will show some YouTube comments, but I don't have 6,300 updates for this video here. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not a feasible thing for me to check all the comments. But I do.
Like I said, I only check it for the first week on a new video, and I just I'll just refresh the page and set it to newest first, and just read everything till I get to stuff I've read before.
Wait, but didn't you, Rags, regardless of any of that, didn't you say she was deleting your comments?
Oh yeah, she admitted she did too. But yeah, I disagreed with her video, and I went in the comment section and I disagreed with her, and she deleted it.
No, man, you don't understand. You screamed fair use.
I mean, she said that my comments were like, what'd she say? Like they were a magnet for hate, and they were attracting and she didn't want to deal with it. And I asked her
What
about Fallout and the game and stuff like that, because her video was terrible, and I disagreed with her. But
do you remember what you said? That might have been interpreted as something that would become a magnet for hate.
Anything that I say will be interpreted by her to be a magnet for hate.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I mean, you're not. I mean, you're not being particularly specific about anything that you might have said.
I disagreed with the video, and I listed out my disagreement with the video.
Okay.
That's like a very ballpark kind of description. Okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, it's gone, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but she was making claims about the games, and
it doesn't matter what he said. He could have again just said, "Go fuck yourself, you
talking about."
And it
was
so creepy. Hit a little
it was she had mentioned that they. I have to think about it. But her video was about Fallout 4 and 76 are good games, but they're bad Fallout games. But she listed a bunch of stuff that weren't intrinsic to Fallout as her reason or something like that. I forget, but it was basically just, I don't agree with your video. Here's why. Explain.
Okay. That seems pretty damn reasonable.
And so, of course, hatred. And then she was really passive. She was being a cunt in those comments too. Shocker. So, all right.
Should have that as irrelevant. Moving along.
Let's roll the clip.
Roll the clip. Pull the lever, Crunk.
All right, here we go.
I have license agreements.
I don't care.
Papers, legal papers.
I keep them in my desk.
That's one copy of it. The other copy is
Drawer
Is that a
closed.
Dakimakura in the background?
Yeah,
Yes,
normally I keep them under my Dakimakura, but
Hey, hold whatever.
Like,
Rex,
why-
what do
is that a
Rex, I'd like to
Dakimakura
hear
in
your
the
thoughts
background?
on Dakimakuras. And
Yeah, please. What do you think about Dakimakura pillows? How do those?
I mean, generally I can get live people into a
No,
bed
I'm just
with me,
saying, like,
so I
strictly
don't-
lumbar support. Ew, live people in your bed with all their breath breathing on you? That sounds awful. Oh my
Do
god.
live people fart?
Bronyinspector feels those at cons. He's very triggered by this. So moving along.
But
right.
Dakimakura pillows aside, no,
Have
Fiera
one of
actually
pillows
sells
somewhere?
Dakimakura
Well,
pillows
yeah.
at conventions.
Yeah,
So yeah, go.
don't think of
Yeah.
creepy reading as a
Buy whatever
Dakimakura seller.
pillows you want.
Yeah,
Do
think
your,
of him
it's
as
your
like
bed.
think of them as like low tech sex toys that Daki.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna make a video like accusing of someone of something, and you're gonna be all serious and pull out your legal papers, maybe put the Dakimakura out of you.
No, I
you
would
have-
definitely make sure that the Dakimakura was front and center. I would have several of them on display. I would make sure that they knew exactly who the hell they were fucking with right now.
You wanna know what I want? When I get in front of my webcam, I make sure that everybody can see all of the all the paper posters that I've stapled to the
You've
wall.
stapled to my wall.
Yeah.
Well, the
You
unmade bed. Well, no,
back
if we're really doing the Brony inspection here, it's like, yeah, none of your art's framed. You didn't put your good T-shirt on. Your bed's not made. There's
It's not
just
even
like
a cork board or anything. It's just like directly applied to the wall.
license plate. I mean, potentially we can dox this person from this
Okay,
old license
Jesus.
plate here.
I don't know if
it's like I'm just looking at this, and it's like the dude clearly didn't put much effort.
Make the
Here.
bed at least.
Yeah, make your bed,
Yeah, like,
please. Well,
make
no,
the
that's
bed.
I'm a very much a stickler about the made bed. You know, spread the dockies do not like an unmade bed, Fiara.
I'm just trying to like imagine myself like going like, all right, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I'm coming out. I'm gonna be saying something that is controversial. You know, I don't want to give them any ammo.
You know what?
So let's just
How do
make
we
this
know
space
that's
I'm
not what
recording.
did it? How do we know that's not what did it?
No,
like
no.
Fiara's looking back at the video. It's like, fuck, I didn't make my bed. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Delete.
I'm just being honest with you. When Creepy comes to send me angry messages, he like stuffs all his Agretzico plushies right in the closet right beforehand before he gets
Yep.
on camera and yells at me.
It's going to take all this shit down. The wall's going to look like crap.
All this porn I
Yeah, they
have
should've
hung
done that
up
with that
of
flag.
fucking horses. God, I gotta
Who
take
does
that
that?
down.
Who sticks things directly onto their wall without putting up a cork board or without like framing some of it? They're just like, fuck it, I like this picture. I'm gonna just.
I don't have much
put
stuff
a
on my walls. But,
thumbtack
like
in-
everything I have is like framed or at the very minimum like laminated.
Yeah, because eventually that stuff's gonna come down unless you plan on living there for the rest of your life. In which case, you're gonna make somebody else do it. So.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
whatever.
I don't know. I don't see like any pins, so it looks like that they just taped it.
Maybe they used the art tack. We don't know. We could find out. I mean,
Yeah, I demand. We all need to tweet this person and figure out what is this. We need to understand this mystery.
it's
damn it.
the mystery. That is unimportant that we're doing the room. We're critiquing the room. Really? Okay, moving on. Let's
hit
play the
play.
clip here.
Goddamn.
What is this, queer eye for the straight guy? What the fuck are we doing here?
There's no
Well.
straight person in this room.
All right, hit play, Creepy.
I have to. So when someone uses their artwork that they made for me without permission, and it doesn't fall under fair use, which in this
It
case
does, though.
it doesn't, because he literally pulled a thumbnail from an unrelated video.
It's not a thumbnail.
He pulled my book
Wait, pause it.
cover.
I got a point.
and
I
he
didn't pull your
pulled
book cover.
No, hold it. I
the
got a
group
point here.
shot from Fallout
It did.
Equestria made
Creepy.
by Lost in
Creepy.
the Trees.
I'm just letting the guy finish
No,
the point.
it hit me right now. So basically, they cited all the artwork. Did you cite every last poster that's up in the background? This guy? Yeah. How about that, Fiora? How about hashtag respect the artist? I see a bunch of artwork in the
That's
background.
fine. No, that wouldn't be. That,
Yeah.
If she.
No,
she could've
I can.
owned them in her
Yeah,
own
should we
video.
play name the artist game here?
Did
Let's
you
see
cite
here.
the Docky in the background? And who
Yeah, whose is that?
Yeah.
Who
The
made
issue
that
here-
plushie there? Yeah.
The issue with the hypocrisy here would come in to play if she didn't credit the artist of my avatar in her video. I don't know if she does or not. I just have better
videos
fucking things to
unlisted,
do
so
than
it
listen to
looks like it
insane
was
people.
No, I had to re-upload it because the quill gave it to me after they snapped it down.
You're
So
welcome.
I don't know if she
Thank
does
you,
or
Quill.
not. If she doesn't, then she's a huge hypocrite. And by her rules, I can copyright strike her video because she doesn't name the artist of my avatar when she plays.
You know, it'd be funny. What if that's like why she took down the video? She was like, "Fuck, I don't want to credit Rags artist," and then like takes it down.
It's like, oh, not only do I look like a crazy psycho idiot, but I'm also a hypocrite. I better get rid of this.
So okay, so like just so we're on record here for saying this again, the art that he's complaining that Rags pulled up, which is the reason why I got the impression that you took it like off of Google Images or whatever. You didn't. You took this dude's video. This dude put that in his own video. Rags didn't take anything.
Yeah, I just played their video, and those images were in their video, so they showed up because it's her video that I'm commenting on.
Yeah, because like this is where I say misrepresentation happens. Rags didn't know who the fuck you were. Rags doesn't care who you are. Rags is responding to something that you said and used the assets you put forward to represent what you were saying. Nothing more, nothing less. You put your own images in your own video and he responded to it. Other than that, there's nothing he owes you.
I mean, if her video, if she kept up those images for her entire video, would I not be allowed to use her video?
You know what? I think we found a copyright loophole. This is what all movie people should do all the time. Like, you know, in every Family Guy video, every Family Guy episode, we should just put a picture from a Family Guy picture book or whatever. They'll never fucking no one will be able to have fair use on YouTube again.
Hit it.
And like, how did they like no? It's a further question I want to see. Does she credit her artists in the original video?
I don't know. I honestly don't even really care if she does or not.
Well, hit play.
Here's the reason why I say this, because if she doesn't credit the artists in her own video, how does she expect you to figure out who they are?
No, I could swear that they did, I think. Anyways, hit play, creepy.
All right.
So I didn't make Fallout Equestria, but I am licensed to do so through Bethesda and Hasbro, just like Dead Tree Studios is licensed to do so. Through Bethesda and through Hasbro, they're licensed to make the tabletop game. I'm now licensed to make 4 books based on my experiences with the tabletop game. I don't have a way of asking him to remove that artwork. And YouTube's copyright system doesn't let me just like block out the image or silence the audio. I can do that on Twitch, but I can't do that on YouTube. So my options are now be a doormat.
Yeah, maybe you should get
let him do this, and then let him conflate the 2 IPs.
Conflate the IPs.
Or issue a strike.
Maybe you shouldn't use your IPs when you're talking
Those
about.
are my 2 options.
Well, here, pause. So
I either let him do it.
And... What citation legality? I don't.
Me and a friend of mine who went to law school, and he might finish, but we heard that IP. He heard this when he was watching the video. He's like, IP inflation. I've never heard of that ever. And we looked for it. We couldn't find IP inflation.
Oh, conflating 2 IPs. There's no law against that. Unfortunately, I could say why Jekyll and Hyde is exactly like Ghostbusters, and there'd be no way anyone could stop me.
So
conflating 2 IPs, yeah.
Just for citing this for, like, say if I were watching a mixed martial arts videos and people didn't want to use the UFC footage because they're very copyright, strike happy, and you used footage from another thing. I mean, I see that on YouTube all the time. I see that with other sports too, depending on how new an event is, that they'll try and go to something similar enough. Or I've seen that with people covering sequels. If there's like something brand new and YouTube's going after it aggressively, they'll use like maybe an earlier movie series. What?
So I just want to iterate something here. I've been fucking up. I've been saying he instead of her.
Yeah, you have been.
I'm not trying to be confusing. I'm just generally confused on my own end.
Well, you know
I
what
don't
it
know
is,
this
that
person.
Well,
creepy
it
Riddick's
looks
been
like, I
hanging
mean,
out with
it's-
that despicable FNGR. You know, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to apologize for, I guess, misgendering. It's like I said, I don't know this individual.
oh, I don't give a shit about respecting her. She hasn't shown herself to be respectable, so I don't care about showing her the same thing.
I'm not trying to be cute or anything. I'm just saying that I just keep my brains are crossed.
I mean, it looks like a dude. That's probably why you say that.
Yeah, that's
I
what
wasn't
it
gonna
is,
say that.
exactly. Yeah, but
Okay.
but that is what you said, though.
I mean, that is exactly what I said. I just wouldn't say it publicly.
Yeah,
Creepy's
but
like,
that
I'm
is
gonna
what you
need to
said.
take down the stream again.
I think I'm good.
Oh, I want to mention
Anthony, take down the stream. You need to take down the stream right now.
Yeah, no, I almost got Cathorax to come on this stream. That'd have been the ultimate if he would have came in here and he would have been he the whole time. That'd have been the best.
Yeah.
Wait, that thing's a guy?
Oh God, guys, come on.
Okay. Walk back that joke.
Okay, yeah. Wow. Okay.
All right,
well,
playing the clip. 3, 2,
roll
1.
the clip. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, I
not
didn't.
defend the IPs that he's not using for any other purpose than
Wait,
just
pause
having
that. What is
images
that?
on
What are
his-
those words? This
This is the reason Nintendo defended its IP so hard for so long. No one wasn't right or fair in.
Loses the right to defend them in the cases of infringement. Wait a second. No, it wasn't right or fair in a lot of cases, but not defending them loses the right to defend them in cases of infringement, slander, conflation, or other claims. At least is the understanding I have. Yeah, that is the understanding you have.
Actually, no. This isn't necessarily like applies. This does not apply to copyright. This applies to trademark.
I mean, and she's already said in her own comment section that, well, this is why streamers turn the music off when they're doing a let's play. So
no, that's for copyright.
That's why they don't get a copyright strike by the thing. You're like, well, no, it's just so they don't have to deal with YouTube's bullshit.
They have every right to do it. But yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah, with video games.
Well, no, Nintendo did that so people wouldn't make counterfeit merchandise and sell it. That's why Nintendo
allows you to use their
yeah.
music.
Not to mention, Nintendo notoriously abused the copyright system. Even back in the day, they tried to shut down Blockbuster Video for letting people rent video games.
Dare they?
Nintendo has been on the wrong side of history in terms of copyright in the United States for a long fucking time and has lost a lot of court battles trying to.
Okay, so wait, you're saying that Fiera is citing Fiera is citing a group of people who have been consistently pretty much on the wrong side of things in regards to copyright. Oh wow, that's deep.
Does anyone know about the Nintendo partnership program?
I've heard of this, but I mean, I hadn't thought of it in the context of pertaining to this, and
Nintendo is an app does not. Nintendo goes by Japanese copyright law and has been trying to get that in the United States.
They ended that program.
Yeah.
They ended it at the end of December, but still, like they had that on for a while now, and like it's fucking 2019 now, and they're finally understanding United States copyright law in some degree. But no, what this thing is, what he's talking about is specifically relates to trademarks, which means that if he was trying to go after you for issues involving the trademark, then he would have to issue a trademark complaint against you, which is completely different from a copyright strike. And also wouldn't apply because there's also a study called fair use when relations to trademarks. And even in that context, your use of the trademark is fair because no one's going to look at your video and think, wow, Fallout Equestria's rags. Fucking idiot.
Okay, hit play.
YouTube and not relating any content to it, and then conflating Fallout 76 and Fallout Equestria Tabletop together, as well as conflating my book, Fallout Equestria Dead Tree, and
your channel's a dead tree.
Fallout 76 together, which they're not. I don't even want anything to do with Fallout 76 at this point. I've heard too much shit that I hear about this shit every day, and I don't really care. I don't want to report on Fallout 76. I want this game to just go away.
Whether it's related to Fallout 76
I've had
doesn't
enough
matter.
of just listening about it.
Wait. What is he saying? I can't. It's hard to read the side note here.
Side note.
I haven't struck it yet,
and I gave him create in the description, like
create
you're supposed to.
What's create?
It's something you know
credit?
You don't have to link to people's videos when you cover them. I do so that I can cover myself if people accuse me of taking things out of context, or that people can get the full and edited work that I'm referring to. I'll do that to cover myself.
Yeah, I mean, at least you give create it.
Yeah, love that create.
Gotta have it.
Wait, create it. Create it.
I need to reiterate something here, right? This dude's making a video he knows is going to be controversial, right? And like, this is a guy who's like preparing himself for a hate mob, yet he doesn't take the effort to make sure he's covering all of his bases, like spelling words like credit right.
Creepy. You call him he again.
So
I love that they didn't.
Oh, fuck!
You're
I'm
not
sorry.
transphobic, are you, creepy?
Great. Oh.
I love that they spelled it create, but they still took the time to make sure those O's had that stylized look to them.
It's probably just the font they're using. It does it automatically.
Yeah, it's the it's a Fallout font. It looks like one. It looks like a shitty one, but I mean,
it does look pretty
for
shitty.
Any artists in the comments section, I would like to get a picture of Rags literally holding up like his hands, and create it is spread out across them. So he's giving.
He's giving create. Yes, he's handing.
Giver of create.
Yeah. Can we? Oh, you know what? Oh, create it. That's what this was all about. Yeah. You got it. I didn't realize this was about create it. I thought this was about some other shit with a copyright strike. Well, this new made up thing, create it. You can have all of that you want. I mean, that's.
I know we're making fun of this girl, but
this most disingenuous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Wow, creepy. Creepy is just.
I'm sorry. I got pervasive development disorder.
It's pervasive development disorder.
I'm genuinely not trying to be.
The world is turning away from me. I don't understand the types of people I'm looking at anymore.
There's a cognitive disconnect between what I'm looking at. No, you just need to understand. There's a cognitive disconnect from what I'm looking at and what my brain's thinking. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to say I have a disability.
No, I mean, you're not
just now. Holy
wow.
What I'm trying to say is
no sell it.
One thing, and just stop interrupting for 10 seconds.
Okay.
So I can properly explain this to you.
Okay.
I have pervasive development disorder. It takes a second for my thought process to go through here. I have to remind myself, girl. Because that's not what my brain is thinking when I'm looking at this.
That, and they say that's obviously a dude, so of course I'm going to say he, because I'm looking at a biological male body. It's really that simple.
I was hoping we would. No. You know what? I was hoping we would get through this stream without opening up this debate. That was the one thing I thought might happen, but apparently not.
There's no debate to be had here. I'm sorry. I would make the same apology if it was a biological girl that looked like a dude.
I mean, I call Blair White a she, but I respect her. Something like that. But I don't.
It's not that I have no respect. It's just I'm having cognitive disconnection issues.
Right. So Creepy has cognitive disconnection issues, and Rags is being deliberately disrespectful. Which I
Rags
guess
is actually getting the gender right.
No. If Rags is doing it, it's to illustrate a point that he's legit pissed at this person. If you're doing it, it's just because you don't know what's going on. Apparently,
it's because I'm freaking autistic. Damn it.
But it depends on how well you pass. Honestly.
No, I'm fine with your reasons, Rags. At least they make sense to me. I mean,
yeah,
I'm genuinely trying. I just, like I said, it's just it takes a second for my brain to process shit, and fucking hell, I have to keep reminding myself, girl.
Good pod, guys.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. She wrote supposed to. She didn't put the D at the end. Supposed.
Supposed to. No, it's great. It's supposed to. With
there's supposed to be a D there, I think.
D at the end there, yeah, like you're supposed to.
Like you are.
Either way,
Supposed to.
point. I'm just gonna put a nail in this swing.
Let's roll the clip. Let's roll the clip here, guys.
Yeah.
But now I'm just stuck in a position where
This is one
you're
boohoo
actually the
woes me
striker. I don't
video.
defend my IP.
When
So here's my deal.
So you mean you wanted to
I
make
run
a
an
trademark
ad-free
complaint?
What can I do?
Getting clicks doesn't matter to me.
Oh,
There's
you
no
don't
ads
get
on
them,
any of my
so-
videos.
Clearly,
Most of them
You
have
don't
ads.
you don't
Well,
have the
because someone
ability
has
to
copyright
monetize.
claims
Is the
Yeah, you
answer
don't
to
get
your
The
clicks.
person copywriting claims.
Yeah,
them
you're
most of the time.
very.
7,000
Yeah.
I
subs,
get
but no one
nothing
watches
for
your
extra
shit.
views. I get nothing for extra dislikes. I get nothing for extra likes. I get nothing for comments.
Nope, it
except
helps
for
the algorithm.
free publicity. I get zilch as far as money is concerned.
I mean, you could get attention.
This channel is entirely user supported, and it is my livelihood.
Users support.
It's your
Livelihood.
livelihood. What livelihood? Whoa,
No,
whoa, whoa!
stop
Don't you
it,
get-
stop it. I'm checking. No,
Okay.
does she have a? Let's see. She makes $500 a month.
How do you
how
support
low
yourself on
is your
$500?
rent?
Well, she
has books
500 a
out.
month. So she doesn't
has
actually
books.
get the whole 500. Patreon takes a bit.
And then
channel's still
PayPal
monetized.
probably takes their chunk too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where she the rent to where I
Look,
live.
okay,
is paid for.
no, simple, dude. Like, I know for a fact her YouTube channel ain't her livelihood. She's a fucking vendor at conventions. She sells shit at pony cons. That's another, like, that is not the exclusive part of her livelihood. That's bullshit. Like, she's a, like as far as livelihood, like, this is not the sole corner of this person's life from which they make their money. I know that's not true, and I don't know specifically. I don't know specifically how their vendor biz is going, but they seem to be selling all right. You know. So I know that like, as far as livelihood is concerned, that Fiara's got, multiple things going on.
Like, my YouTube is my, like, basically the majority of my income. And it's like, I would be a lot, like, there's something to speak here. Like, there's just no effort in this fucking video between, like, the shitty background, the fucking text,
It's not a background. It's her room.
I know, but like, if you had your room, you could do stuff to it to make it not look like shit. The misspelled words. This person doesn't give a shit.
It's something.
Like, the person just doesn't give a shit, you know? Like, if they gave a shit, like, if this was their livelihood, they wouldn't be misspelling shit. I'll tell you that.
They definitely have a very unprofessional demeanor with their presentation of their YouTube videos to be making the claim that this is their livelihood. Obviously.
I mean, she doesn't get the views to make it a livelihood. She gets basically no views. She gets...
Well,
and creepy, when it comes to having bad grammar and having something be a livelihood,
I'm waiting for it.
Anthony, you have some pretty bad grammar, don't you?
Oh, there it went. Oh, here it comes.
I don't need these allegations
Here it comes.
that are unfounded.
Well, here's the thing that you don't seem to understand about Anthony Aguilar. He's a pretty good speller for someone who's completely illiterate.
All right, bite me.
I mean, at least
he doesn't know what those words are when
there's a difference though.
Together.
Like, there's a difference though between making a spelling mistake in a 2-hour-long video about bullshit and then making a spelling mistake in a 10-minute video where you're accusing someone of copyright infringement.
Okay, I'll give you that.
It just, there's a level of care that you need to put in there for people to take you seriously.
No, but that's the thing. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, Anthony's a really good writer for someone who can't read. I can't, like, how can we compare those two things? That's insane.
Check off.
I'm gonna play some more now.
Okay.
You have 3 body.
So Rags, if you want to just remove those 3 images and repost the entire video, I don't give a shit. You can have it. I will release the claim, no questions asked.
Release what claim?
And just let you do whatever.
I don't need your permission.
But that's all I'm asking.
You're not asking.
How does he expect you to take down the images in his video?
I mean, I guess.
Blur tool.
Like, well, here's the thing. I get mixed messages. I'm getting contradictory demands.
Does he want you to credit him? Does he want you to take the video down and
I've heard
put it up
that
without
they want credit. They want the videos gone. They want them. It's not this. It depends on whenever it is. It's not the same thing all the time. Even the things I'm being accused of are not all the same. So it's just a mess. This person's just a mess.
I'm trying my best. I always like to just offer constructive criticism here, and I want, even if I don't agree with this person on a personal level or any level, I can at least I kind of want to at least be able to be like, hey, if you're gonna accuse someone of copyright, spell your shit right, make your demands clear, maybe not demand, maybe just try to work with people, maybe just not assume everyone you're dealing with is a genuine piece of shit who needs to be talked down to. There's so many missteps made here that it leads everyone to think that there are some sort of weird ulterior motives.
Right. Isn't that weird? You would think from looking at this that these people have some kind of history or there's something really going on here, but it couldn't be further from that. It's about fucking 10 seconds in this guy's review video that this is about.
Maybe don't use your IPs and try to conflate the two in your own review. That would be perfect.
Well, hit a play, creepy.
I don't have a reasonable way to contact you to ask for
email.
This. I don't have a reasonable way to engage you to get any negotiation with you at all.
But then once again, you didn't. There's no terms of negotiation because what you did was
I'm in a
completely within.
Correct. I have no
you're right.
Negotiate no.
I obviously will respond to my comment section, unlike you.
Yeah, that's made you look great.
No offense, but you have over 1,000.
I think I have some more responses.
2020, am I right, gamers?
Comment section in here. Hold on, let me see if there's any good ones in here.
There is none. This comment section, the videos. This is a unlisted re-upload.
No, I took screen caps, buddy.
Have a different job.
I'm proud of you.
He's going to sit there and go through 1,000+ comments and reply to every one of them in a unique way. No offense. If you want to do it, awesome.
Wait, what is she saying here? Go back about 30 seconds.
Just because I don't think that anyone with any reasonable amount of time to do something else, especially since you claim to have a different job,
I don't.
He's going to sit there and go through 1,000.
Don't claim that.
No. In a unique way. No offense. If you want to do it, awesome. You have defeated my expectations.
You expect me to?
I don't have any other method to.
What she's saying is that she has no expectations for you to respond to every comment section, and the crux of the argument is that there's no reasonable way to contact you outside of making this video, which is untrue.
Yeah, it's pretty untrue.
What the person's saying is that if you end up seeing this and then responding to my comment, you've defeated my expectations.
She sent an email, so that's where I've responded to her there. I didn't leave a comment on this video. I think
yes, you screamed fair use in the email, according to her.
Screamed fair use as an.
You sent her a audio bite of you saying fair use.
Fair use.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Did I peek there? I think
No, you're fine. You're fine. Just
my audio thing turned red and let me know not to do that again.
Audio thing. It's called a VU meter.
No,
that stands for volume unit.
Is fair use the arch enemy of create it?
What?
that thing that they were asking for, create it, or how did it go?
Create it.
It's
CREADIT. The opposite of create it.
Yeah. Create it.
All right, let's continue with this.
Okay.
To say, hey, don't do this because you have made it where there's no way to talk to you. At least not without paying money.
I'm pretty good at the impossible.
No offense, I'm not necessarily a cheapskate, but I'm not about to pay somebody money who's infringing on my rights.
Well, infringing on your rights.
So that's the deal.
Yeah, you went. Okay. You went,
I have some good news, Fiera. You could pay me money, and you would indeed not be paying someone infringing on your rights. So,
yeah, that's fairly accurate. Don't worry.
I mean, to be fair though, assuming that this girl Fuck.
Fiora.
God, just
Assuming
put a bullet in my head.
Fiora. Yeah, just
Assuming Fiora just assume actually believes what they're saying, right? Like assuming that is and let's assume that Rags actually did infringe on their rights. We can say that this point would make sense if those premises.
Yes, in an alternate universe, yes, it would make sense.
Right, where that event actually occurred, that would make sense. But I'm just going to assume a long time ago that wasn't the case.
I'm going to assume that Fiora actually believes what they're saying, and there isn't some sort of weird reason why they're going after you.
Or at least did at the time, because once again, this is a re-upload of the video, everyone.
Yeah, so let's assume that at the time they actually believe this, and to be fair, that is a fair point to make.
If that were true, that's a fair point. If it were not based on something that's completely wrong, okay.
I'm just saying
that's a weird, confusing note to end on.
Yeah, I didn't realize
from this person's perspective, that's an okay
what the
note
fuck
to
was
make.
that? Are you catching his stupid? Are you kidding me?
No, what I'm saying is from this guy's perspective, that's not a unfair thing to say.
Yes, but we know that Fiora's perspective has been established as being possibly that of a crazy person, if not completely wrong. So why are we giving that? Even conceptually speaking, Fiora, who's wrong, is exactly right. Roll the fucking clip.
Roll the clip.
Because when you sit there and we start antagonizing the person, it can imply that we.
I was not like. Here's the thing. No, dude. I was not antagonizing Fiora when I hit her up this morning asking her to join us on this stream. Point being this, we are not antagonizing Fiora. We are ripping on Fiora's poorly constructed video here. Those are two completely different things. From what I've seen from this person, do I believe they'll have the wherewithal to not take it completely personally? No, probably not. But still, just all things.
This isn't about Fiora, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is expecting people to pay Rags money to talk to him is a fair, what I'm trying to say is this isn't about Fiora. What I'm trying to say is if expecting
but his email
people
address
to pay
was
you.
right there, and Anthony paid $1 to talk to him, and look.
Yeah, but Anthony wanted to make money off of him. So I mean,
no. I just was waiting to get into a fight, and then he was super chill and polite. I for some reason I had to pause. Wait, is that the right pronoun? Anyways.
Chill and polite. Yeah, no. See, here's the thing, and that's not why I was worried about this. I'm like, if we start saying he, we're gonna start thinking we're talking about Rags when we're talking about Fiora, and it's gonna get super confusing. And that's that's just bad pod.
Yeah.
Like I said, this isn't my forte. This isn't what I normally
I understand.
do.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're doing good.
All I want to say is that expecting in any situation, expecting people to pay you money to talk to them isn't necessarily reasonable, and that is a fair point that they made.
Yeah, hit play.
You can exclude the whole infringement part.
I don't know. I don't think that's unreasonable at all. I mean,
look at the size of his goddamn audience.
You don't have any expectation to respond to that.
If I can't, I don't think it's unreasonable to have people hang out in a Discord that is paywalled just for patrons to give them, a special level of access to you necessarily.
Oh, no, that's absolutely fine.
But I mean, there does get to a point with a lot of people where they just say, I can't keep up with all the messages, and I want to, keep my more invested members of my audience, closest to me, or give them special, considerations.
That's completely understandable. I'm just saying.
Well, I think that is a boilerplate professional approach to having a large audience, is it not?
All I'm trying to say is if someone, if you needed to reach out to someone for whatever reason, usually for a professional reason,
that's what
this person's claiming, expecting to have to pay to do that is
But his email address was available. That was that was a flub on Fiaura's part. That's not
assuming Fiera again. Okay,
that's so
the
once
point
again,
I'm trying to make.
This person's down the wrong chute. They assumed something humongous that got them totally down this warpath that was completely unfair to begin with. But besides that, like. A benefit of the doubt on top of the benefit of the doubt that they just didn't know if OBS was open, they wouldn't be able to see their email address. But the fact of the matter being that Rags made his email address readily available to anyone who wanted it is beside the point somehow right now. I just can't. Get my head around that.
Point. It's not because, like I said before, it's not about Fiera. Just like in most general professional inquiries.
Okay, I'm Bronyinspector. I'm gonna be like, man, I gotta get a hold of that Rags guy. Oh man, like, I hope I don't have to pay $1 to get a hold of him. Like somehow Anthony didn't find the email address either. He did.
If I had to pay $1 to call CBS because they took my fucking video down, I would be kind of pissed.
No, and he didn't have to.
And Fiera didn't have to. But I'm just saying, in general, that would be kind of stupid. If that premise was true. And I'm assuming that this person thinks that premise is true. That's all that was said.
They're down the wrong chute. I get that, but I
all right, we get it. Move on.
Yeah,
move on.
Jeez.
You can post my entire video and badmouth the whole freaking thing.
Oh, we will.
Whoa, that's prescient.
I don't care.
Holy shit. Whoa.
There's some lotto numbers.
But those 3 images.
Yeah, get one of those lotto numbers. Oh my god.
To defend them.
Don't need to yell.
I'm sorry. Whoa, that just kind of whoa.
They're both Fallout IPs based on the Black Isle Studios Fallout, originally created in the 1990s.
Did you just conflate IPs?
One is a tabletop game.
Did you assume my IPs?
Did you just assume my IP?
Fiction. And what you're talking about is a video game that's just a mess.
No, I'm talking about you.
Also, I removed your comments because people were coming over and commenting on your comment, and I love how you just omitted this. Or you didn't bother to take the screenshots about how I was a tranny faggot who didn't know any better. I do believe
I didn't call you a tranny faggot
and
who
there's
doesn't
just
know any
a bunch
better.
of others.
You're
Not to mention the fact
regular
that
faggot who doesn't know any better.
your fans were
All right, so
diluting.
I deleted your comment because I think this would help my case.
All right, so pause it real quick.
It's been less than an hour, dude.
No, actually, sadly not.
You're calling me a traitor.
Is she arguing that like someone came forward and like called them a tranny faggot?
So
or
here's the thing. She deleted my comment before anybody else knew about it.
So so the thing she's saying about people commenting on your comment, you're saying that didn't happen?
As far as I know, it was pretty much just me and her and maybe one other person, maybe. Because her video, I mean, no one watches.
But like, regardless of any of that, like, you didn't call her a tranny faggot.
No, I didn't call her a tranny faggot.
You didn't direct anyone to do that.
No, I didn't.
So
points irrelevant.
Deleting the comment seems to be like, okay, this is a product of the environment known as the internet.
She deleted it when I asked her questions that she couldn't answer because her video was terrible. In the comment, I was like, "Here's why it's terrible. Can you answer this question?" And she couldn't. So she decided that, I better pull the hate speech card and people are being mean to me on the internet, and so I better just delete the comment instead of actually answering.
And then that's the other thing. Like, was anyone throwing hate speech at Fiera for no reason? Because you disagreed with her Fallout review?
I don't know.
That seems like an awfully big jump to make to me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And even
I didn't tell anybody to.
But you don't know if anyone did or not?
I don't know if anyone did or not. I didn't pay attention. I don't read other people's comments.
You didn't pay attention, so you don't know at all if anyone did or not. You can nothing's coming to mind.
No.
So I'm not gonna lie. After like just kind of looking at this for the second time here, what I'm seeing here is someone who fundamentally disagrees with like what you said in your video. She
fundamentally disagrees with disagreement. Because she's in her little hug box all day, and everyone just loves Fiaura the Tank Girl for whatever reason, because some people just fucking clap at anything. And so when somebody comes around who disagrees with her and gives her a question that she can't really answer, then she's gonna delete the comment.
I mean, so
she's gonna try and cover that shit up by saying, "Oh, I heard that people were making fun of me, so I deleted it."
What I'm trying to say is that from my perspective, this person disagreed with what you said, found something that they thought that they could latch onto to take down what you said or to minimalize what you said. Turns out they were wrong, and then went on a warpath thinking that they were right. And then between mental gymnastics and other things and generally just being ignorant and in the belief that they were right, fucked up pretty bad. I feel like there's a little bit of like a rabbit hole of just shit. I don't know. I think this person needs to apologize for what was said. And like I said, I do genuinely apologize for misgendering. It was not my intention.
Don't be a fucking faggot. Listen, these people are never, you're never going to satisfy these people. Quit apologizing for that shit.
No, I don't really care about Fiera and their feelings. I just, like I said, I generally try to.
Someone is being just outwardly malicious, and especially based on the things that she said to me in emails. She's a cunt.
What was said in those emails? Because that has been brought up many times, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh, she's saying that I'm making threats against her, but
right.
She won't tell me what those threats are.
Yeah. What
stuff like that. She's just throwing shit out there and making accusations.
But I'm sorry, is there anything you might have said that would have been perceived as that by her that you could possibly remember?
No.
Okay.
I mean, and I've asked her, could you tell me? And she refuses to tell me. Like, she will not tell me what these supposed threats are. And I've asked her many times, please tell me what you mean. And she won't tell me. She just throws out the accusation, and I guess she hopes it sticks. But that doesn't work with me, princess.
If that is true, then like I said, this person's misguided. They clearly have some sort of ego. Not like I'm not doubting your rags at all.
What is it going to take for you to think someone is acting maliciously?
Shit. I did, like I said, I tried to.
Is it even possible?
It is.
Wait, what did this just turn? Like, is it even possible? What did this just turn into? An old timey radio drama? What's going on right now?
I get Mr. Cole Phillips here.
If you could prove that this person works for Watch Mojo, my word, will creepy reading believe that this person is malicious?
What I have to say is that I don't know if it's maliciousness or stupidity. I'm willing to believe it's both. I personally believe it's maliciousness, but I'm not going to rule out stupidity. And everyone, I guess everyone here is kind of
I think she knows exactly what she's doing.
Well, clearly you have a lot more respect for her than
Okay, why don't we just try and get through the end of the clip here of Fiera, who knows exactly what they're doing, who obviously knows exactly what they're doing right now.
Yeah, hit play, damn it.
You didn't tell them to not go attacking people. You actually set this up to encourage it and to encourage this drama.
How exactly did I do that?
Whatever. I don't care at this point.
I'd be curious to know how I did that.
And you to not conflate the two.
I won't hold my breath for an explanation.
You agree to remove those 3 images. You can repost the entire video verbatim without those 3 images, and I'll release the copyright strike.
Now, and that's the thing. I noticed that at this point in the video, she's always referring to it as if she's done it already and has not done anything yet.
Yeah, I think that's really weird.
Yeah, that's the strangest thing about this. Overall,
your channel every day, I'm like, it's still up.
I am gonna say that most of the rest of this video is just this guy making demands and stuff like that.
Call this a rap, I suppose. I mean, Jesus. No,
I mean, we could, but it's mostly just this person reiterating demands, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They didn't write a script. Like I said, it could be stupidity. I think this person's pretty damn stupid.
No, that's why. That's obviously we want what is it? Kratom? What is it? We want.
This person. There's another option here that we never considered. This person could be just stupid and malicious.
That would not surprise me at all.
And I think that's also something pretty valid. There's clearly some sort of ulterior motivation here because, I mean, if the dude did like any research at all, they'd understand Nintendo's bad history with copyright. They'd understand that,
ladies and gentlemen,
we got him.
What?
You called him the dude.
I call both girls and guys dudes.
Fiara, the dude tank fighter.
The dude is a gender neutral term in general. I call my mom a dude too. That doesn't mean
that's one of those things that you're.
Yeah, don't worry about
Many
that.
Many have died on that hill.
I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. I'll call you a dude.
Many have died, and on this hill where many have died.
Anyway, back to the point I was trying to make. It does seem that there's definitely some sort of maliciousness. Either like they're trying to manipulate facts, or they're just getting information from an idiot. Because, like I said, Nintendo has actively tried to change the American copyright system to be more like Japan's.
Okay.
They don't believe in this idea of fair use. They don't like it.
Mentioned, yes.
They keep conflating trademark and copyright as though they're the same thing, which they're not. And if they had an issue with the trademark conflation, then it wouldn't be a copyright strike. It would be a trademark strike, which is a different kind of strike that YouTube does allow for. Hell, I think Jim Sterling got one at one point.
Yeah, it didn't hold up though.
It did not hold up. And I don't think it would hold up here against Rags either.
Oh, good. The example you just used didn't hold up when someone else tried it. Even, wow, that's not yeah, wow. Because definitely malicious. Fiera clearly knows what she's doing.
Copyright and trademark are for two fundamentally different things. Copyright is there to like protect the profitability of an IP, and trademark is to retain brand recognition and stuff like that, which is what they're complaining about. So if they're complaining about you conflating brands, which they did in their original video apparently,
not
like
brands,
then they should be going after a trademark complaint or talking about a trademark complaint.
I think should we call this a rap then, or?
Yeah, I mean, this person's a fucking idiot. I mean, nothing else needs to be said here.
Right.
Unless she, in the last minute and 22 seconds here, credits the artist of my avatar, then she is guilty of the thing that she's accusing me of.
All right. I think
Oof.
we go ahead.
Yeah. And I'm gonna...
Yeah, I'm gonna...
No, I don't have a camera. I want to turn off my screen share.
Yeah, I was gonna hit stop on the stream. It's been a lovely time, but I am beat as well. And
right.
done.